Earlier we discussed how you can enable various SSIS logging features at both the pre-deployment and post-deployment stages. If you're still working on a project within Visual Studio, chances are you have either yet to deploy it or it's been deployed and you simply are making some changes. But in either case, your logging features, which we saw right there, capture up the information while you're running the packages from within Visual Studio or SSDT. So how do we then see those logged events? Well, I've already set up logging on this package here, and it's a very simple package. So all I did was to enable all logging features for all tasks of the entire package. I have executed it, so where do I retrieve those results? Well, from your SSDT, you can just click on the SSIS menu, and right there you see log events. This retrieves all of the values that were logged and shows you all of the information about them. So I can, it's a bit hard to see here, but I can just double click on any one of these, pops open my log entry view window, and I can just scroll through and see a little more clearly what's going on with each of these phases, each of these steps. And obviously this can help me to troubleshoot any kind of problem so that I can focus in on that and say, okay, well, here's what happened in that. So maybe we can now run down this particular problem. So it's not something that you see in your Windows event viewer per se. It is, I guess, specific to the execution within your Visual Studio environment, your log events window. Now, if you right-click, you see there's no option to clear the log here or anything like this. It will just continue to add in any log events that you do each time you run it. So if I do go back, for example, and go to my logging and change things up a little bit, let's go ahead and do that actually. Actually, before I do that, let's pull the window open here again. And if we look at the time, for example, 4:58:31, so just shy of 5 p.m. So we'll close that, and we'll change the logging options here, and we'll just add in the SQL Server provider for this connection, and we'll just make it a bit simpler. We'll only include just a few options here, and we'll go into here and just let's just be fairly random here. Choose OK, and then we'll go ahead and execute. So once this completes, which shouldn't take any time at all because it's such a small package, we can see that there'll be different events. So we'll recall the last one completed at 4:58. So now that this is completed, we can go back into our log events window, and we can see there's way fewer logged events here. And if we double click on them now, you see that it is at 5:08 p.m., so roughly 10 minutes later, and we are only seeing the logs for that particular execution. So they don't collect up. They don't give you any options for saving them or exporting them like Windows logs do. It's always just the logged events for whatever your last execution was as per the configuration of your logging. So I could go right back in and completely change this up, re-execute, and then go back and reopen my log events window to see what's going on. And that can be pretty useful because you might have noticed the first time you logged something, this particular error happened or this event happened. So you might go in and make some changes, re-execute, re-log, see what the results are, and compare and contrast to see what happened. But anytime you are looking for the results of your SSIS logging, then you always just want to enable your log events window in your SSDT.